Hello and welcome to my any% tutorial on how to do the Vanny ending with the any% route shown in my recent run. Firstly, press E to exit Freddy. Now, this setup is a bit different for the start since the outer bounds, it's been 2 weeks, so it's been changed. So, you want to run over to this Freddy plushie here and line yourself up just where I am with the Freddy head on the ground, just like the one over there last time. And when you hear that noise finish, you jump, and it'll trigger the next objective, which is taking the Fazwatch from Freddy. Now, don't do it at the speed I did it. Obviously, you want to do it a bit faster, sort of like that, and pressing E, or holding E. And then you want to run over here, and there's kind of a new setup, where you just aim your, like, the middle of the screen with this black line, and then you walk to the left, to the right, I mean. And then when you get raised up, you want to sort of like step back where you get raised back down. Then press tab, and you'll see this like sort of screen. And then when it switches to messages, that is when you press tab again to press the button. Now this section of the map is the exact same when you enter through here from Freddy's room. It is in the Out of Bounds tutorial video, so you can watch it there. But just a quick sort of like recap. You run through sprint preservation once in here, sort of like that, and you start sprinting again. Then turn to this fence, and then sprint preservation once you get like a roundabout here onto these boxes. And then don't sprint, just walk up here and jump, and then go on the event. The vent section is the exact same as the out of bounds run. Just take quick lines and try not to get stuck in the vent. Now that we are at the end of the vent, once you fall out, you want to click crouch and then start sprinting as soon as you hit the ground, just like the out of bounds video, so like this. I got a little micro stutter, so you might want to just kind of pause there mid-air, and then once you hit the ground, like I said, start sprinting again. Now, once you're here, like I said in the out of bounds video, just jump in between here. Try not to let this thing push you around, sort of like push you in here. You can go around. It's a little slower, but it's better to go through here. Now we're at this door. Make sure to crouch underneath and then go through. Don't like run, otherwise you'll just get stuck. And also don't walk through normally because it's slower. And yeah, just sprint preservation all the way over to the curtain. Now that you're at curtain clip, it's very simple. I'm not going to go into too big of a depth of how to do it. But 2 poles to jump to, like a new setup kind of, that I recommend, that is really good, is either jumping to this pole that I'm standing on here, or you can jump to this pole right here that I'm looking at. But I recommend the first one that I told you to jump onto. It's just much easier, and you can angle yourself. And then as soon as you jump off it, just spam, just like this. And like I said last time, look left, and then this will load in. Depending on your hardware, it could be slower. I preloaded this, so it would be a lot faster. But the rest of the map I haven't preloaded, because I need to explain it. But yeah, I'm going to enable unlit mode, so just give me a sec. Now that we have unlit mode on, we could see kind of in the dark, if that makes sense. We can see the Fazblaster doors over there now, and pretty much the whole door, like all the doors in the map, which is very helpful. But this is going to need really hard explaining, so like kind of just listen a bit more with how to do this, because this is sort of a very technical thing. But anyways, so how to do it is make sure to go to the left, sprint preservation, go close to this door because there is geometry there that will stop you from running. Then what you want to do is get close to this door, but don't go too far to the door, otherwise you will fall down. And then you want to sort of walk this way a little, and then turn right until you're almost lined up with the door over here. Then you go into Fazblaster, and then once you're in the Fazblaster area, that is deloaded, you want to get parallel with this door, and basically like that, and then sprint jump, and then walk some paces, then look towards that door right there, that purple one, and then walk off, and then pause. Now that we are in this pause screen, all you want to do is wait for the game to load in the next area. If you did not wait for the game to load in, then you will not be able to do the skip here. I'm going to turn my sound up. As you can hear the next area. Once you hear this sound, that means the next area has loaded in, and you can unpause the game. So unpause, then you will land on here. Now, make sure to do this next section sort of fast. Once you get to the middle, like, of this pole here that I'm staring directly at, all the way over there, you need to have the sprint on the whole time. If you don't, then the next area will load in, the Faz Blaster maze area. We want to sprint, and then when you jump, land right here on this sort of thing. Make sure not to fall in here, this area here. You'll slide down and get stuck. And it is quite difficult when trying to jump up here because the wall kind of stops you. It's very annoying. So make sure to just, when you jump up, just jump from as far back and then walk forward and jump, and then you'll get here. So once we're on here, we want to sprint down here and jump to that roof over there. Make sure to not get caught in that because you'll fall down there and it'll be game over. So we want to sprint, jump to there, and then you want to run over to the staircase. There's some collision in the way that's stopping you to run. So you want to jump over it, kind of. But I'll just do it right now like this. And we are now here. If you're too slow, you won't make it. Or if your loading times are too fast, you still won't make it because this fence is stopping you from getting in the way. You can get over it at this corner that I'm looking at now, but it's just too slow. It's not even worth it at that point. But yeah, that's basically how to do that skip. Very easy. And now that we are on these stairs, sort of your sprint will probably be very low. I'm gonna try and get mine low. It doesn't matter. But make sure to recharge it until it gets to this point, and then you just start sprinting. It's pretty much depending on how far you are out, like up the stairs, and how much sprint you have as soon as you do that skip. But basically the exact same as the out of bounds video. Run up here, spam E, and open this door. Like, get prepared to press E, and then once you press E, sprint preservation all the way down to the very end of here. And once you do get to the very end of here, you have done the any percent route. It's a little bit more hardware dependent. Like, it's very harsh with how much crappy hardware you need to do it, which is the unfortunate thing about it. But that's just sort of the rules about it. But I recommend running the out of bounds route because it's just way more funner than this route. But anyways, when you get in here, press E and you have done it. But anyways, that is basically the Vanny route for any percent. If you did enjoy, then share this video with someone who wants to run the game. But I recommend out of bounds, so probably share the out of bounds run. If you see anyone that is having trouble with this or doing any of these skips, then send them this video and it'll probably help. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.